Hey guys, for just years and years and years I've been hearing, reading, seeing, and studying a lot about these. And regardless of what you call them, chucks, nunchakas, chucks, they're over 3,000 years old. They stretch as far as northern China all the way out to South Pacific Islands. And even back when, they have so many names. Broken wand, broken stick, two-sectional staff, kashi no bo, nunchaku, very, very rich history. And that's what I thought y'all might like to see. Most recently I've been seeing videos on YouTube, and some of them are really cool. Some of y'all have got some really neat stuff. And if you got any more, please don't hesitate to leave them. Love it. But I thought you might like to see a little history on these, because how they got from there to here, across that time range, and across that giant geographical area, is because it's a farm tool. It's a grain flail. And the farmer basically knocks the grain off the stalks, rakes it all up, comes back, knocks it up into the air, where wind or someone fanning can blow the chaff away and let the grain fall back to the ground. Farm tool. And the farmers, being on the outskirts of town, they're going to be the first attacked, right? They want the grains, they want the farm animals, and probably the farmer's daughter. But the farmer came natural to them to defend themselves and their families with farm tools. And that same movement that you see in so many forms is what's going to come natural to them. Like in northern China, you'll see these great big giant figure eights where they're attacking mounted horse. And the horse attacking in northern China was definitely a problem for a while. Two different empires, just absolutely, it was a pain in their side. So much so that you'll find really, really nice farm tools that have been modified with, they're much more like mace, morningstar, glaive, flail, chain hammer, whip chain, studding in here, weights on the end. You'll see some spikes coming out of them, or you'll see flanges coming off of them, and no doubt they were sharp at one time. You'll see some wonderful rice drawings of guys in armor, and they have holsters. And they'll have 3 to 8 of these things, and I have no doubt that they had 20 to 40, 50 guys. And the idea was to develop a lot of dynamic and launch it down range at the oncoming opponents. If it hit, wow, that's just going to entirely ruin the horse and rider's day. Even if it missed, it's still going to lay there in the battlefield as caltrops for any more coming in. Next wave of horse, even troops. If they were armored troops, it's going to be difficult to see. Troops coming up in formation or support vehicles, you've got to realize that's probably 200 of these down range. You're going to have to stop and clear them out of the field. Very effective weapon for 3,000 years ago. Holy smokes. As China's government solidified, imperial forces turned to southern farmers. Maintaining or population control or outfitting an army is very expensive. Pardon me. So what they were using is very expensive long pieces of stick with effectively a knife at the end. A spear, or what they called a longsword. And in southern styles, you're still going to see those great big movements, but it's more like knock the spear out of the way, come back in behind and catch the attacker. As it moves further south into Japan, you're going to see it tighten up even more. You're going to see tighter inside moves. You're going to see broader outside moves. Tighter inside moves are knocking swords away, breaking wrists, or coming for the weak parts of armor. Lacquered woods and the bamboos that they used in feudal Japan very, very pretty stuff, but also had its weaknesses, and this was very handy against those. On the broader outside attacks, you're going to see knocking weapons down and coming in to hit into the armored areas, but you're looking for it to slide in between the helmet and the shoulder pads, or hopefully to knock a weapon out of the way, come back in and break the joints in the arms, or even knock the opponent further out and attack from behind. A lot of them did not have full armor because that was even more expensive. On down into like Okinawa, where you'll find punches, or where you'll find strike, or just a more simple block, strike. But you'll notice it's that figure eight. The Japanese will be Kashinobo also, or fist of wood, or loaded fist with wood, or like that. Very interesting how this reached across all that time and all that space into what it is today, nunchucks, or Nunchaku. Been seeing a lot of videos out there. You guys have really got some marvelous stuff. If you have any more, please don't hesitate to post them. I'd love to see them. If you have any more history on these that you'd like to share, it's very controversial. I know the Chinese claim to have invented them. I know that the Japanese claim to have invented them, so on. But if you have any more historical stuff you'd like to post on it, I'd love to hear it. I'm a student and a fan. So, hope to hear more from you guys, and maybe even have you check out some of the other videos. See you later.